Viewer discretion is advised. Kult Divinity Lost is a game intended for adult audiences. It deals with topics that some viewers might find disturbing. Thank you. The gates fell at dawn. The prayers stopped by noon. Now only the throne remains, and the one who would claim it.
I yield. May the blood I leave in this hall weigh in my favor when history is written.
You fought with honor. You will kneel and rise again under God's light.
Then I surrender my name to the light, and may...
What?
No light anointed you, my liege. Only fire. Only steel. Power is not granted from above. It is carved, throat by throat, one corpse at a time.
Kether turned away, and Thaumiel smiled. The crown was never holy. Just another shackle polished by prayer. And when the blood hit the stone, God didn't weep. He watched, and he learned. As the first Archon, Kether personifies hierarchical structure, systems in which one rules above all others. His fingerprints can be found on any ruler who governs with an iron fist. Unsurprisingly, this principle reached its zenith during the Middle Ages, when barons swore fealty to kings, lords commanded knights, and peasants were bled dry beneath layers of obedience. The divine right to rule was rarely questioned. Kings and queens were legitimized by the Catholic Church, with the Pope himself anointing monarchs to reinforce the idea that their power was divinely ordained. These were the times when Kether, the Faceless, was ever present. Over the centuries, however, his influence began to wane. China, long one of his strongholds, fell to the tides of modernity in 1911, when the Xinhai Revolution ended the Qing dynasty, the last imperial line. Since then, Kether has waited, patiently, hoping for the return of the demiurge and a new feudal age. And yet his principle is far from gone. It echoes in our modern world. In the high-level executive of an international corporation expanding and absorbing more people into a rigid top-down structure. In the armed forces around the globe, where rank is not always earned by merit but maintained through intimidation and systemic loyalty. And in that last bastion of the Middle Ages, the Catholic Church, where one rises from priest to bishop, to archbishop, to cardinal, before receiving the fisherman's ring and assuming papal authority over more than 1 billion souls. Unlike Kether, the death angel Thaumiel, the twin god, does not rely on structure alone. His principle manifests not only in systems, but in revolution. For Thaumiel is power itself. If it is to be gained, it must be taken. Those who place themselves above all else bear his mark. Friends, family, lovers. None are sacred if they can be used as steps toward dominance. Alliances are tools, meant to manipulate fools and discarded the moment they lose value. Thaumiel's strength surged as the old world burned. He thrived in the Soviet Union under Stalin during the Great Purge of 1937, when hundreds of thousands were accused, imprisoned in gulags, or executed, sacrificed to paranoia and ambition. today his servants walk among us. In governments tearing themselves apart as one regime collapses and another rises. In the entertainment industry, where a single individual can make or destroy careers. Even in low-level street gangs, where a well-played move can bury a rival, earn the boss's favor, and position that player one step closer to sinking their knife into their boss's back. If a truth found you in the dark today, like the video. And if you're still listening when the silence speaks, subscribe. You're closer than you think.